Hey everyone, Brandon Hendricks here, President of Every Generation Ministries, bringing you your November 2023 ministry update. I just recently returned from Peru, and one of the highlights of the trip, which is hard to find because the entire trip was fantastic, meeting with board members and volunteers from all over the country. But I met with one pastor particularly who wanted to share with me the profound impact the EGM made on his church. He said that their church had been struggling, young families weren't wanting to come, and kids were feeling completely disconnected. They didn't want to come to church. They definitely didn't want to go into the children's ministry. So he would see them coming in late. He would see them sitting with their parents, like not wanting to go. And then after EGM came and did a training with their leaders, he said everything transformed. And now, not only is their church growing, when he sees kids walk through the front door, he says they run to their classes and oftentimes have friends in tow that they brought to church with them because they're so excited about how the ministry is now run. And he has seen a difference in his families, in the kids, in the transformational impact the EGM has had on his church and community. It was just so incredible to hear that firsthand, and I was so excited to be able to share it with you. I also want to share something else that's really exciting, and that is we are getting ever closer to being able to launch our ministry here in the US. We are actually only $50,000 away from getting our matching grant that will completely give us the ability to launch this ministry and begin that process. I'm really excited about that. And if you are still considering whether or not to join, do it before the matching grant is matched so that your donation can be doubled. I also, though, want to share a couple of prayer requests and some of our ministry partners who've shared some really, really hard things. The first is from our Middle East region. I was speaking with our regional director there, who was just sharing some really hard realities that they're facing in our Middle East region. All of them are just in a state of constant apprehension, and people don't want to travel, people don't want to gather. A lot of churches are actually not meeting right now. People are scared because they just simply don't know what tomorrow holds. They don't know when their airports will be shut down or their borders will be shut down, and so they're scared and asking for your prayers. So please join me in praying for our ministry partners in the Middle East. Obviously, we all know what's happening in that area, but it's very different for them living in it day in and day out. Also, and similarly, we recently got a report from our ministry in Ukraine. And although we've been reporting recently on how incredibly and mind-blowingly amazing they've been doing over the summer, and with so many trainings and camps and all kinds of stuff that we just couldn't believe they were doing in the midst of what's happening, it's clear now that they're also really, really struggling. They said it's hard to continue tending to the leaves of the tree when the roots are rotten, is how they put it. And they feel like no matter what they're doing, they're losing people constantly, either to moving away or to literally dying in the war with Russia. And that would wear on anyone, no matter how well the ministry is doing. They're hurting deeply and need your continued support, your continued prayers. So please join me in praying for our ministry partners that are embroiled in war in different parts of the world, but dealing with that fear and anxiety and trauma day in and day out. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your prayers. And as you start thinking towards year end and year end giving, please remember EGM and all the work that we're doing and all of our partners all over the world. God bless.